As the Halloween event draws to an end, it is once again the first Thursday of the month and the November update came along with it, so you probably want to know everything about what's coming into the game. Well, you've come to the right place, as today I'll be showing you everything you need to know about the 2020 November update. Two new small monuments were added to the game in this update, the ranch and the large barn. The main purpose of both of these monuments is to sell horses. Both of these monuments are safe zones, meaning that you can't have your gun out, you can't take damage, or damage other players. There's one merchant each in both of these places, and both of them sell the exact same things. A saddle for 150 scrap, road sign horse armor for 100 scrap, and high quality horseshoes for 40 scrap. To buy a horse, first you need to buy a saddle at the merchant for 150 scrap. Next, walk up to all the horses and examine them to find the best one. Finally, walk up to the best horse, hold E on it, and select claim. Now you can head out with your new horse. Also, outside the ranch and on the top floor of the barn, there are hobo barrels where you can get comfort to regenerate health. And if you're wondering, horses no longer spawn in the wild. Another important addition in this update are phones. You can buy a phone at the outpost for 50 scrap and they can be researched for 75 scrap. Once you have it researched, you can craft them at a level 1 workbench for 50 wood, 100 metal fragments, and 1 tech trash in 30 seconds. The phone needs 1 power in order to operate. The phone also has a pass-through port which is only active while you're in a call or while the phone is ringing. Once you have a phone, at first it will be private. If you want other players to see it in their phone directories, all you need to do is give it a name. If you change your mind later, don't worry, as all you need to do to set it back to private is to reset the name of the phone back to blank. You can also save the phone numbers of other people inside the Contacts tab. Along with craftable phones, a few public phones were also added in this update. I'll show you all the monuments that have a public phone, and I'll also show you the location of said phone. So now I'll list the monuments with public phones one by one, and on screen you will see the public phone marked on the map. The monuments that have public phones are the launch site, the train yard, the power plant, the water treatment plant, the airfield, the ranch, the outpost, and the large barn. A few public phones also spawn randomly next to roads. Another item that was added in this update is the taxi module. Just like all other car modules, it can be found randomly in cars scattered along the road. The taxi module can be researched for 125 scrap and can be crafted at a level 2 workbench for 125 wood, 175 metal fragments, and 5 high quality metal in 30 seconds. It can seat 2 players and has bulletproof glass between the passengers and the drivers, so your passengers can't shoot you and take your car. It also has a trading window inside, which works just like a regular trading post. Also, if your players are misbehaving, you can kick them out with this Kick Passengers button, which instantly boots them from the car. All Tier 1 and Tier 2 car parts were also made default blueprints. The crafting cost of all car related things was also reduced in this update. This includes all car modules and the car lift. The cost of crafting for all engine components was also changed from high quality metal to metal fragments. All Tier 1 engine parts cost 25 metal fragments to craft, all Tier 2 parts cost 70, and all Tier 3 engine parts cost 120 metal fragments to craft. The only exception to this are carburetors, which cost 40 for Tier 1, 100 for Tier 2, and 170 metal fragments for Tier 3. The cost of engine parts from vending machines was also reduced. You can see the prices for that on screen now. Carport boxes were also reskinned this update. They now look like this, and just like before the update, they can still be found at small monuments. They still contain 2 Tier 1 car parts and 8 scrap each. Different kinds of weather was also added to the game this update. The only important thing with weather is rain, which makes you wet. The cold zone has snow instead of rain, and snow doesn't make you wet at all. All other types of weather are purely for looks as of now. Also in the update this week, road signs now take damage when you run them over with cars and they drop road signs and metal pipes, and torches now have enough durability to last through the entire night. You can also now place storage monitors onto vending machines. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you really enjoy my content, you can join my Discord server and chat with me, or you can consider becoming one of my patrons on patreon.com/TheMeemishGamer, or you can click the join button next to the subscribe button to become a channel member. I would like to thank Bothered Nickel for being my patron, and thank you guys so much for helping me reach over 7,170 subscribers.